good morning to all my dear 10th class students. Children, hope you're following all the videos that I'm sending and hope you came to some nice understanding of the chapter metals and non-metals. As you know that we have already learned this in our 8th class and now we are going a little bit deeper into the topic, that's all. Please do revise and practice all the chemical reactions and the physical and chemical properties of both metals and non-metals perfectly, children. Okay? Today I am going to teach you one very important concept which is very frequently asked in the examination. That is nothing but amphoteric oxides. Ampho. So we see that ampho means it is nothing but dual, or nothing but we can say that oxides having dual nature. Dual means which have both the natures. Here particularly we are talking about the acidic and the basic properties of oxides, children. So we have seen in our chemical reactions that metals react with oxygen to form metal oxides and non-metals react with oxygen to form non-metal oxides. You very well know the nature of these oxides also. Metal oxides are they acidic in nature or basic in nature? Metal oxides are always basic in nature because they turn the red litmus blue. And coming to the non-metal oxides, they are acidic in nature. If you see carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, they react with water to form acid or acidic substances, children, like carbonic acid, right? Whereas the metal oxides, when they dissolve in water, they form basic substances like that of sodium hydroxide, alkalis, because they are soluble in water, children. Now if you see that there are few examples where these oxides, these oxides which are formed from metals, they have both acidic and basic nature. So that's the reason why they are called as amphoteric. They behave as an acid as well as a base. If you see example of aluminium oxide, it's actually a metal oxide, but still it behaves as a non-metal oxide. That means it is acidic, it behaves as an acid and it reacts with some base forming salt and water. So these oxides, what is the definition of amphoteric oxide that we can give here? Oxides which show both the acidic and basic behavior, they are called as amphoteric oxides. That means they behave both as an acid and as a base also, and they react with acids and bases and form salt and water. Let us see two examples over here. Very important question as far as your board examination is concerned, children. Okay, aluminium oxide. What is the formula of aluminum oxide? It is Al2O3, and zinc oxide, which is zinc ZnO. Okay. Now as an acid, let us see how aluminum oxide reacts as an acid, behaves as an acid. So we all know that acids, when they react with base, they form salt and water, right? So aluminum oxide, being a metal oxide, it should be actually basic in nature. So if it is a base, it will not react with a base again, it will not form salt, right? But this aluminum oxide is behaving here as an acid and reacting with the base and forming a salt and water. See this example, aluminum oxide, it reacts with sodium hydroxide, which is a very strong base, and both react and form a salt which is called as sodium aluminate. Sodium aluminate, and water is formed. Neutralization has happened. What does that mean? That means that it is a strong base. So what should be the other substance, other reactant that is taking part in the reaction? It should have acidic properties, right? So here aluminum oxide is reacting like an acid. It is reacting or taking part in the reaction as an acid, and then it is forming a salt and water. Coming to this example, now here in this reaction, now aluminum oxide is reacting as a base now. It is showing its basic properties. See, it is reacting with a strong acid HCl and it is forming salt and water. What is the salt that is formed here? Can you name it, children? It is aluminium chloride. So aluminum oxide, it is reacting with strong acid here and forming salt and water. What is the name of the salt that is formed here? It is aluminium chloride. In the similar manner, zinc oxide, I told you zinc oxide also is an amphoteric oxide. That means it behaves both as an acid and as a base too. So you can see here in this reaction, it is acting like a base now. it is acting like an acid now. It is reacting with a strong base, and what is the result here? A salt is formed along with the liberation of water. Can you see? Zinc oxide, it is reacting with a base, very strong base, sodium hydroxide, and what we get is a salt which is called as sodium zincate. Salt is formed, neutralization has happened, and water is released out. Got it, children? Here zinc oxide acted as an acid. Coming to the basic properties, how zinc oxide is showing the basic properties. Sometimes it behaves as a base too. This is an example for that. Zinc oxide, it reacts with hydrochloric acid now, very strong acid, and forms zinc chloride, which is nothing but a salt, and water is released out, showing that neutralization has happened. So neutralization can happen only between an acid and a base, one of which is an acid, another one should be a base. So by this we can say that aluminum oxide and zinc oxide, both of them are called as, that's why they are categorized as amphoteric oxides. Okay, children? So this is for today. Please go through your textbook and follow, practice all the chemical reactions of metals and non-metals, children. Very, very important. Please make a note in different A4 sheets, different papers, take out different papers and write down. Stepwise, please do write down all the chemical reactions of metals and all the chemical reactions of non-metals. It will really help you a lot. Also, don't forget the balanced, you have to write the balanced equations also. First of all, know what are the reactants and what are the products, and then you can balance for yourself. Okay?